All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, BASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BASHIM, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And basically, the title of this lesson is going to be after Sirach 39 and 24, which is his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. And I'm gonna get into a little bit of that chapter, but just really how when think of the time when we first heard this word, us coming into the beginning of our remembrance, when we heard this word, we knew exactly that it was the truth, and it was so plain unto us. All right, some of us, we might have try to fight against it, try to not receive it or keep away from it, because we knew as soon as we heard this word, and we had a job to do, we had an obligation, and we knew, again, first and foremost, that this was the truth. All right, when we heard the Most High's name, we knew that there was the name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, being Yahawah and YAHAWASHI. It was plain unto us. All right, the Most High gave us eyes so we can see, and ears that we can hear, and that's why we so easily receive these things. And getting into the part where it says, well, I'm gonna read it, but I'm just briefly overviewing. We us the hopeful elect, we understand to the best of our ability, at this point in time, the ways of the Most High. We understand that He's a balanced power. All right, he is a time from to kill and to make alive. Okay, a time for war, a time for peace, a time for laughter, a time for mourning. We know the Most High is a balanced power, and we know the Most High is a man that He shall not lie. He's written all these things for our learning and for our remembrance. So that's why it's called the Comforter. Because we fell away. All right, like it says in Jeremiah 17:4, we will discontinue from our heritage. Okay, and because and again, going into how we understand His ways, because we were disobedient. All right, the Heavenly Father is not like a worldly father. Okay, to some extent, of course, He chastens you, but you get in trouble at school, your fleshly father would get the belt, but Most High, he'll cut you off. All right, he kill your whole family. And people, you say that to people, and they can't receive it. Why? Because there's a stumbling block onto them, because they don't know the Most High. And again, going to just roughly going, giving over an overview of what I'm basically getting to in this lesson. But we know that the Most High is a chosen people, and the Most High's chosen people receive His words, and that's why we have so much confidence. We are in boldness. That's why we're out there on the highways and byways, making ourselves look like fools. Why? Because it pleases the Most High, by the foolishness of preaching, to save those who believe. And those who are going to believe are the ones who can receive His words, being the elect, of Israel, being you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, only you can receive these words, because as it was in the beginning, the Most High's intent of setting us up was to be an example of how to be, holy to the other, to be righteous to the other nations, and we would teach them this and teach them the Most High's ways. Okay, but going into that falling away, and even with that falling away, well, let me just get into it. All right, this is Sirach 39, and start at verse 21. A man need not to say, what is this? Wherefore is that? For He hath made all things for their uses. All right, and getting into that, we understand that the Most High does whatever He wants to do. All right, Him being the Almighty. All right, He makes everything for His uses. Okay, why? Because He is a king, and He is the King of kings. All right. And, like it says in Proverbs 16:4, even He's made the wicked even for that day of evil. And but someone in of the world would say, why would he do that? Why would he just make just everything peaceful? And why wouldn't he just love all people? Why would he make so much violence on it? And the simple answer from a man of the Lord would say, because he can. The Most High's ways are and thoughts are above ours. He does whatever he wants to do. And again, that's a plain and simple answer. All right. It's simple. All right. The Most High is in heaven, the heavens of heavens, and he does whatsoever he pleases. All right. And again, going into that remembrance part, it was easy to understand this. Okay. And even, the stuff we didn't fully understand, because again, we fell away. All right. It's been a while since we've been in this truth, being really connected with our power, YAHAWASHI. But still, when we hear certain stuff, we can decipher. And that goes into that discernment. All right. But, going even breakdowns, we, younger brothers, like myself, we hear breakdowns and that which is pretty challenging, but when we hear it, we know it's the truth. We might not be able to break it down ourselves, but we hear it and we fully understand that it to be truth. All right. Because faith cometh by hearing. Okay. But I'll just continue on in this chapter. This is verse 22. His blessings covered the dry land as a river and watered it as a flood, going into Most High's power. Now we to the best of our ability, understand the Most High's power, him being infinite. Of course, we're not going to be able to fully grasp his power, but we understand that he can mess us up. He can destroy the earth in a snap of a finger, like Thanos. He can do whatever he wants to do. Why? Because he is the Almighty. All right. And that's plain. It's a simple explanation. Why does this happen? Why did that happen? The Most High wanted to do it. All right. Why did you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, go into captivity and, have these terrible things done onto you? Why? Because we've been disobedient. It's simple answers. All right. To these questions. Okay. And now that we're coming back coming back to our power, to the best of our ability, words and righteous acts, and keeping his commandments, things of that nature. We know the Most High is going to receive us back eventually. All right, that being our salvation, because he's always done it. Okay, and again, going into that remembrance, the Most High always takes care of his people. We just have to do what we're supposed to do. Okay, again, simple. All right. But continuing, this is verse 23. As he have turned the waters into saltness, so shall the heathen inherit his wrath. All right, and that's how it's always been. Okay, yeah, the Most High messes us up, in his wrath, but he always has mercy on us. But the heathen, he does away with them. He don't care. All right. Again, he has a chosen people, being the Israelites, and it is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But as far as the heathen, okay, to speak of the heathen that's in power, all right, Esau, Edom, all right, we know eventually he's going to be destroyed. Why? Because we know the Most High hates Esau. And that is a people of his alienation forever. We understand this. All right, look at his track record. We know who Esau, Edom is. All right, he is the pale-faced devils you see out here walking around. All right, in their pride. And no, it's not about skin color. All right, that's why we say Edomites. It goes back to your lineage. All right, every people on the earth goes back to their original progenitor. If I'm saying it correctly. All right, of course we all come from Adam. All right, but the Most High divided the sons of Adam. All right, and in that same time when that division came, there was the children of the Most High. There was the children of, the flesh, being normal heathens, okay? And then you have children of the wicked, being Esau and the Edomites, okay? These things are plain unto us. Here it is, we haven't heard this truth in a very long time. But as soon as the Most High, opened himself back up onto us, we fully understood that this to be the truth. We might not know everything, because we don't. But, we know that the Most High is true and every man, is a liar. All right, the scriptures stand alone. Scriptures are true. All right, we decipher things by the scriptures. We're not here for our vain opinion or our thoughts. When we speak, it's thus saith the Lord. All right, this is the way of the Most High. All right, we're here to declare these things onto the world. All right, whether you hear forbear, hey, that's on the Most High. Okay, and he's going to do whatever he wants to do. All right, because he is high and lofty, so he has the right to do so. Again, simple. But continues verse 24. The point of this lesson, pretty much what I'm trying to get at, as his ways are plain unto the holy. All right, being at this time the elect. All right, by nature, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans are a holy people, but again, according to prophecy, some 2/3, all right, they're going to be considered as heathen. All right, not going to be. Not all Israel is Israel right now, but at the end of the day, they'll be in the kingdom, and they're going to be what? They're going to be holy. Okay, and it'll be plain unto them also. But continuing, so are they stumbling blocks onto the wicked. All right, people, they get offended, when they hear this word, because they can't receive it. And really just get into how precious this truth is, because, here it is, the Most High revealed his mysteries and secrets, onto first, his service to prophets, being the apostles on down of Great Millstone. And what we ask scripture say, I shall give you pastors according to my heart that shall teach you knowledge. Really, the first thing we came into remembrance of is the fear of the Most High. Our lack of knowledge is why we've been destroyed. All right, but now we're receiving this knowledge back. Why? Because we fear the Most High. That's why we do the things we do. That's why we're out there on the highways and byways. We're out here doing our videos. All right, edifying the elect. Why? Because we fear the Most High. We don't want him to kill us. Okay, we didn't have that fear in the world. I mean, not according to the point and time as you come into this truth. Because I'll say this. Before a lot of us came into the truth, we all had a zeal. But obviously just not according to knowledge. We knew there was a creator of the earth. We called him a different name because of our confusion, us being in Babylon the Great, territory. But when we heard this word again, everything clicked together. Okay, and it's boom. All right, and that's that remembrance, that light bulb went off in our heads. All right, and it was like, damn, we got to tell the world about this. All right, and that's what you see here on the highways and byways. Okay, and we're not here. Well, I'll say we're not out here because we're trying to show our knowledge and we know the Most High and blah blah. No, but we do, to an extent. But we're here to warn you people, that we're in terrible times. Okay, Most High didn't just wake us up for us to be having parties and hanging out all the time. Because there's a purpose and intent to why the Most High did that. Okay, and us observing the times is because, we're in the last days. And, this is that time where the Most High is getting ready to, for us to be made perfect. All right, in this short amount of time that this truth has been out there, all right, the Most High is getting us out of here. Okay, but again, harping on the point that, we understand the why, why we're here. We understand who's doing this. We understand who's our enemy and things of that nature. Why? Because we understand. We're coming back into connection with our power. Okay, and to and it's plain. It's right here in the scriptures. That's why I said, blessed is the man who readeth. This whole book is about YAHAWASHI. Okay, everybody has access to the scriptures. But not everybody has access to the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. Okay? As plain as it is unto us to be righteous, us coming back, trying to the best of our ability, keep the law, statutes, the commandments, rehearsing righteous acts. And at the same time, it's easy for the wicked to be the wicked. Okay? Because it's just how the Most High designed it. All right, but continuing, this is This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, and I'm going to start at verse 11. For this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. Meaning we can't, dang, we remember the Most High. Where can we, go to, learn about the Most High? Again, it's right here in these scriptures. Okay, we just have to read. All right, you have to go to men that are learned. Again, being the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, but once you hear, you fully understand also. Okay, again, faith cometh by hearing. Okay, but it's not hidden from us, not anymore. All right, because it's that time we're waking back up. Verses 12. It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven? Who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us that we may hear it and do it? Meaning, damn, how are we gonna? We go to the heavens and get it? Who's gonna go up to the heavens and get the knowledge of the Most High? YAHAWASHI. Does anybody have a rocket ship or something where we can go? Get the knowledge and wisdom of the Most High? No, it's right here in the scriptures. All right, it's plain. All right, and it's easily accessible. All right, and I obviously say that carnally, you can easily access and buy, the scriptures or download the app, but you can't buy the spirit. But again, just going on to point how precious this truth is. But continuing to verse 13, neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us that we may hear it and do it. Because why? Because the fear of the Most High is that treasure. Okay, you don't have to go on a long voyage and X marks the spot type thing. Dig. Go and whatever you may have it, latitude, longitude, and stuff. It's right here. Hear the words. Be able and receive these engrafted words, able to save your soul. All right, learn to fear the Most High. Okay. All right, and again, going into it's plain. Okay, you hear and see the thing that the Most High does. Judgment. Most High is about judgment, and we don't want to be judged not in favor of the Most High, because we know he's a bad man, and he has no respect to persons. Okay, but again, this is our heritage. This is who we are. All right, the Spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. It's so plain unto us. Okay, and not saying that we're know-it-alls, because we're not. There's levels and order in this thing, but it's plain to us. A man and a man, that's a no. All right, the ways of this world, that's a no. All right, killing off and animals and eating abominations, and women being like men and men acting like women, and children and it all it's common sense onto us that the things that we're not supposed to be doing. Okay. And it just shows how beautiful the Most High is, and really showing you how balanced the Most High is. All right. But again, this is our heritage. All right. These scriptures, all these stories, we fully believe. Hey, we were probably even there in those times. Again, because why would we believe so strongly? We had to have been those people, right? Because again, this thing is about faith. But nonetheless, continuing, this is verse 14. But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. Okay, it's right in front of you. Just read, and listen, and do what you're supposed to do. All right, it's simple as that. Okay, you know what you're supposed to do, and you know what you're not supposed to do. Okay, and that's why the Most High said He revealed these things onto babes, right? Because this is like common sense. All right, like a child, is supposed to listen to his elders, his parents. All right, and the Most High is the Heavenly Father. All right, and we're supposed to do what He tells us to do. All right, this continues, verse 15. See, I have not set before thee. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. I'm just going to explain this. And that I commanded thee this day to love the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Shai, thy power, to walk in his ways and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And the Lord Yahweh thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. Okay, this is the blessing. All right. Most High said if we do what he tells us to do, we'll have everything we need pretty much. We'll be set. All right. We are the inheritance of the Most High. So, whatever is his is ours. But the thing is, we have to listen to what he tells us to do. All right. And it's easier said than done, of course. All right, because we wouldn't be there. We wouldn't be here in this point if it was easy. But again, we understand that was a plan of the Most High. These bodies are subject to going off. Okay, and again, it's not our will, because if it was our will, we wouldn't be here. We would still be in Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. All right, but again, we'll come into that point in time. But continues verse 17. But if thy heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it. Okay, this is plain. The Most High told us what's going to happen if we do what he tells us to do. He told us what's going to happen if we don't do what he tells us to do. Okay. Continues verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Okay, and we failed, right? We chose death. Okay, and not willingly, of course, but again, it's still open unto us. All right, the Most High has remembered the promises he made unto us. He said if we basically come back onto him, all the curses that are upon us are going to get put upon the heathen. I think this is the same chapter, Deuteronomy 30 and 7. All right, but it just getting to the point how it's plain, and that we understand the Most High. We understand our power, okay, because it's been given unto us to understand. All right, and I'm gonna close out here, I move on to 1 John, the second chapter, which is gonna close all this together. All right, and of course, Lord's willing, is edified. All right, this is our 1 John, chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. This is the whole duty of man: fear the Most High and keep his commandments. How plain does that get? Okay, again, of course, easier said than done, but we know the Most High if we do what he tells us to do. Okay, this is verse 4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. All right, the elect, the hopefully elect, they have the spirit of truth, which the world cannot receive. Okay, we know the truth. We know, that's why the scriptures say the truth shall set you free. All right, we have been. It goes into that sanctification. That separation. Of us in this world. All right, it's by this word. It's not because we came and we had our own doctrine and started doing its own thing. And no, all right, this is happening. Why? Because it's all according to the Most High's will. All right, his words. All right, and that's why we're here right now. All right, being part of the hopeful elect. All right, but continuing. I'm gonna close out. This is verse 5. But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of the Most High perfected. Okay. Hereby know we that we are in him. Okay. The Most High's name is on us. That's why we're called Yahshua, he Prince of Power. All right, the Most High is married onto us. He put his name on us, and that's that unity. all right, joined together. All right, what joins us onto the Most High is, us being obedient, keeping His laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, right, which is His words. Okay, again, this is our heritage, all right, and it's playing onto the holy, and it's a stumbling block onto the wicked. Okay, but I really can just say, that's why it's so important not to take this truth for granted, because we could easily be still in the world and being ready to receive a missile instead of receive salvation. But it's just a balance, but nonetheless, Lord's one is edifying, and as always, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, BASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BASHIM, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of MILLSTONE, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. Shalom.